It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints' field-stretching tight end. He's coming off a quality day on the ground, 106 yards. It's the Saints and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Try to get that past. But it's going to be second down. You look at the Saints defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter.
There he goes, right side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Javonte Williams. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. But he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And down to the 41. And a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 41, here's second down and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. But now he appears to be in some pain. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. We were just talking about it pregame. 3 tackles for a loss last week. You thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
27 yards there, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Third down here. When you look at the Saints defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 8 carries, 59 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Right there, hurt.
Running right, here's Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worried about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Here's Brown on 2nd down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And Jake Moody now on for the field goal. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago. 9 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Allen now looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen off the play fake. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Well, this defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. It's a gain of 20. as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Operating from the red zone now. Allen going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And again it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from the 20 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. This now a 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And from back. Move, he'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Allen. That complete to Shorter. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Got a man, that's Shorter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good time.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Allen again. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarter.
Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs. A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So out. In the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
An extra point by Bass, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six. Touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight. Down, they actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They are going for it. Here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Pickett will try to throw for this. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even given the option to hand the ball off, they got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Pickett now from the gun here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills' offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 3, second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ballgame. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Pickett. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a 2nd interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back to Walker on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a safe. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now you got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to... And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, 81 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they're bringing him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll set up a throw. And he is going to slide to a halt inside the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. In motion left is a running back. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, Evans looking for space. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And quickly they get to the line. Try the end around. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance defense on the ground. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. They're going to run with Taysom Hill. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll try for the first with Walker. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Allen and the Bills now down by 4, a little over 50 seconds remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Here's Allen. And that's caught by Williams. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing, Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw is Allen. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's Allen. This for all the marbles. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.